Okay, the purpose of this video is to get comfortable using layer masks. So in Photoshop, you're going to open up the Layer Mask Hue Saturation folder, and there's a water bottle in there. So I'm going to show you a couple things you can do, but I want you to put your own little spin on it. The first thing I want to do is make a copy of the background layer. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a hue saturation layer mask or adjustment layer. And I'm going to change the hue completely. Okay. Alright, but you know that since this adjustment layer has a layer mask on it, you can mask certain things. So I'm going to show you an example of how you could mask everything except for the label. So I'm going to go to the background copy. Actually, I'm just going to turn this off real quick. So I'm going to go to the background copy and select, actually I'll use the quick selection tool. I'm going to select just the label. I'm going to try to select just the label without getting the sky. Okay, I think I've got just the label. I really could zoom in and do a better job of getting just the label. Let me go ahead and get all this, all the letters also. Make sure I've got everything. Okay, now I'm going to put my hue saturation adjustment layer back on visibility, and I'm going to go to the layer mask on this. Now I want to mask everything except for the label, but since I have the label selected, if I start painting here, you know, if I paint black, it'll cover it up. It'll uncover. Let me change that back to white. So what I want to do is I want to select the inverse of this. So I'm going to go to Select Inverse, and now it's selecting everything except for the label. So I'm on the Hue Saturation Layer Mask. I want to actually cover up the hue saturation layer for everything except for what's not selected. Right, so I'm just going to increase my brush size and start coloring. And it will only allow me to color on what I have selected. Okay, Control D to deselect. So that's one way. I could also now add another one. I could change the hue to something different. And let's say I could do Control I to make everything disappear, and then just paint white what I want to be that color. Let me change it to white. So I could do just, you know, polka dots if I wanted to. That's going to mess with that right there, so I needed to select it first. I want you to get creative. I'm just going to trash that one. So let's say I'm going to add another one. And I'm going to change this to a rectangular marquee. And I'm going to select just a stripe. Right? Okay, so if I go to the Hue Saturation Layer Mask and color that black, then it'll uncover that. Now let's add another one. And on this other one, let me just paint it all white. Okay, the whole thing's white, so now let me do another selection. And I could paint that part. Okay. Okay, this time I'm going to do a stripe you know, right around this area. Actually, I'm going to do Control-I. So with that area, it'll take the hue saturation off. Okay, I just want you to play around with them until you get a masterpiece. That's your assignment.